the most high punish fools just to make a quick statement. Speak when you're spoken, don't be like our forefathers. They got bitten by snakes all because they were complaining. Used to be the ghetto boy, hung with the crooks and dealers. Now my path diverted on where the real saints is.
Alright people, I'm here again, once again. Welcome to the New Encouragement channel. My name is Michalha. I hope you guys have been enjoying the channel so far. I hope you guys are, first of all, hope you guys are having a lovely evening first and foremost. Here again today for another new topic. Hope you guys have been liking the recent videos that I've been pushing out there. Please like and subscribe, support the channel once again. Your support goes a long way, you know, and it's great to be here, you know. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High. The topic of today is called the use of today. This topic is called the use of today. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of things concerning the use of today. Because now you look outside, you look in the streets, it's different. It's different. But hey, we're here to talk about it. We're here to motivate you still. This is why I put this channel together. And the most I put the spirit on me to address this topic, because I was thinking of whether to do music or I was gonna do this. And as we're seeing a lot of high level of deaths going on in the earth, but I wanted to more address the young people, because a lot of our young people, especially the black community, is lost big time. And there's a lot of people in the world right now that we need to talk to, get to, re-educate them, seeing their side of things, right, and shedding a light so they can see a difference going forward. So once again, this topic's going to be very weighty. There's a lot of avenues with this one. Once again, this one is called the use of today. First and foremost, wow, where do I start? The use of today is a thing where, as you look outside in the streets, a lot of crime is going on. As we are under this so-called lockdown, COVID-19, you name it, it's crazy. And a lot of people are losing drive. A lot of young people are losing hope in this time. We have to also be very aware that there's an upcoming generation that need guidance. Myself, I was in a time when I was on the roads like everybody else. You know, getting arrested, crime, you name it. I'm not afraid to speak about it. We have to be honest. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm all top notch, you know. But it's only through the Spirit of the Most High every day I have to work on myself. But the most important thing is talking about this particular topic, because it was on my mind a lot. And I was reading an article today, and we're going to get to this article based on black crime. Now, when I was a child, well, when I was a teenager, I would suppose there was a high level of deaths. And a lot of it was gang related, drug related. And every other week or every other day you would hear something going on. So either something around the corner, something that was just a few doors away from your neighborhood, whether it was 2 miles away, 3 miles away, but it was still in the same proximity of where you lived. Right, and a lot of the same people I know are still in jail doing life, you know, for things that I grew up in. And luckily, not even luckily, I would say the Most High got me out of that. You understand? Because a lot of young people right now are on the social media platforms, listening to certain rappers, a lot of rappers I ain't heard of before, and are listening to a lot of bad influences from other people, friends, whether it's family, you name it, because even family can be a bad influence as well. So this is why we have to be an example and share our experiences and show people our experiences and show the younger generation of how they have to get out of the darkness that is waging against us on an everyday basis. It's very prevalent right now to talk to them, see where they're coming from, see how you can help them, understanding the area that they've lacked in their lives, whether they don't have a father, whether they don't have a mother, whether they grew up in care, whether they have a lack of education, whether they dropped out of school, you name it. And I've met many people like that in my life, and they tell me all sorts of stories that really blow you away. And a lot of them are very genuine, and you can tell that they're searching for a better life. They're searching for a difference. But like I said, there's always that temptation that comes in and swoops other people down the wrong path, and that's how the devil gets in. And I wanted to address certain topics based off this topic called the youth of today, because a lot of young people need to understand that this system is designed to keep you evil, to keep you distracted, to keep you docile, to not understand the power of your brain, making decisions. We're taught a backwards way of thinking in life. And it's interesting because even when I looked online today and I was doing some research, and it just shows you that it's a generational thing, and how a high level of crime is prevalent in our communities on an everyday basis. The only difference is that even when we see it, the only people that actually live in a community actually know what's going on. And whether they've written letters to the council, or whether they've written letters to the mayor or whoever's in any political power to see a difference and see a change, for some particular reason we don't see no change. And a lot of the times it takes the community to raise an individual to be a different person. And I don't want to go off too much off the topic. I want to stay on this topic. I still want to keep my foot on this topic. So I wanted to just quickly go into an article quickly, and then I wanted to also go into what we see in our community today, and how we can actually encourage young people in this day and age to turn the right direction to the Most High and see a new person in them, right? And this article is called After School Snack. Don't ask how I found the article, but I was doing a lot of searching and this popped out at me, and I really wanted to get this information out so you guys can actually see where a lot of these young people's minds are at. Right, it's all black on black crime is a symptom of systematic racism. The issue of black on black crime is often pinned on black people. The logic is that maybe if you guys just stop killing each other, the problem would end. What people don't stop to think about is the root of black on black crime. Black people killing each other on high rates is a direct output of white supremacy. This is a result of social economic status, meaning that if you are poor, you are more likely to commit a crime. Black people are one of the two racial groups with the highest poverty rates, along with Native Americans. In the 1960s, because of white supremacist ideals, all white schools were given more funding than schools of colour. Even after legal segregation in schools ending, even today, research shows that school districts where the majority of students enrolled the students of colour to receive 23 billion less in education funding than predominantly white schools districts. If you live in a low-income neighbourhood and go to an underfunded school with an unqualified and underpaid teachers, you'll be less inclined to pay attention and more inclined to drop out. Without an education, you'll be less likely to get a job. Without a job and living in poverty, that person may then resort to petty crimes like selling drugs in order to earn money. That may start them on a path of committing more violent crimes, even if they do decide to turn their life around. And what's their chance of being hired after committing a violent crime? This is a vicious cycle originally created by the oppressor that has killed millions of black people. Black people didn't start this problem, so why is it that it's blamed on us? Instead of wagging the finger at black people, we should instead focus on the problem, not the people. Now, this has obviously come from an article, so a lot of these articles that come out have many layers to why we do what we've done, right? And if I was to speak to a young person today, I would want to know where their head is at, why they're doing what they're doing, what got them there, and why they feel trapped, even when they feel at times that I could do better, but the money's keeping me here, the drugs is keeping me here, my friends is keeping me here. You know, instead of actually seeing a different path to life, right? And we know that path is the Most High. You understand? But it takes condescending to their level and understanding the level they're at and not putting yourself on a pedestal above them to make you think you're any better than them. And we see that in our community today, where media sweeps a lot of the things that go on in our community all the time. And they would only put out what they want to put out. And when you have to actually live in these estates, these, you know, the blocks, the hood, or you name it, we see the ugly side of our world, where it's different when someone is on a teleprompter telling a different story about our people. Now, in this topic, I read this article. It spoke about the miseducation that our people have, which leads them to doing what they're doing, right? And it all goes back to the parents as well. And now, like I said, I'm not just putting it on the individual. The parents have a responsibility, and it depends on how things came to be, whether they had a father or a mother, whether they divorced, whether the child felt neglected, and a drug dealer or someone in the neighborhood had to raise them as a father. And that goes on many levels. And it's likewise with men. It's not just men, it's also women also. So people can't get it twisted. In the UK today, it's very high. And we have to be thankful that we're not there like that anymore. Because there's people in the world today, that, especially the way the world's going, is still in this cycle. And it's important for us to talk to them, address their situation, and look at the problem and solve the problem. And it takes a collective people to keep them in safety. Because right now there's a lot of wicked people out there that want to drive young people who probably do mean well, but they're in that same cycle, they're still in the same loop. But it takes someone to get them out of it and show them the right direction. And that direction is the Bible, the Most High. You know? And you got to look at the skills, what they are interested in doing. What do they like to do? Are there other things that they like to do away from the crime? Because some, when I was growing up, there was people, I met some good people, but at the same time, they were still doing what they were doing. And then it leads on a one-way street. And they never got the chance to actually accomplish what they really wanted to do. So my encouragement in this topic is the youth of today is to show them a different path. And social media and all these other platforms have a big part to play in it. And if you're someone who is a parent and actually has a child just like that, show them something different. You know, go out and play football with them. Read a book with them. Let them learn how to ride a bike. Let them learn how to drive a car. Something outside of that cycle of darkness. Because it only leads to what? Death. And it only leads to imprisonment. And sometimes imprisonment or dying in jail. Like I said, click like and subscribe to the channel. I hope these experiences that I've showed you can help you to understand what's going on. And to help other people be driven and compelled to do the right thing. You know, once again, this is the encouragement channel by Michalha. Keep supporting, keep sharing, and let's just make a change, you know, because our people need us, our children need us, and let us be an example. Peace.
The most high punish fools just to make a quick statement. Speak when you're spoken, don't be like a forefathers. They got bitten by snakes all because they were complaining. Used to be the ghetto boy, hung with the crooks and dealers. Now my path diverted on where the real saints is.